I hope you're feeling potion parably. I am Mac, and the fans have advised me to play the Stanley Parable, which I have played before, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm delighted to begin it. For you, if you have not played it before, sit back, relax. It's going to be a lot of me laughing at the narrator because he's freaking hilarious, and me talking back to him. Been a little while since I played it, though, so it's going to be fun.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley!
He sat at his desk in room 427, and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Stanley
Orders
represents
came to him
95%
through a
of
monitor.
America.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Stanley has a
So he
shallow
had been-
life.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so the basis of this game is the narrator kind of tells you what you should do, and you have the choice to whether or not you agree and do what he wants you to do. The first playthrough, I'm just going to go straight through and show you everything that he tells me to do, because, I mean, we might as well knock that one out of the way first, and then we'll fuck with him later. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Were they?
What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
go to the meeting
Perhaps
room.
he had simply missed a memo.
Did I?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's go. Boss's office. It's always the big
Stepping
one.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Nope, but my subconscious is aware of the impossible future.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did we? And button time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We did! Let's go!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Where am I? 427, right there. I want to look at my miserable life. Yep, there's my cubicle.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It appears.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Way to go, Stanley. Off, right? That's what we're looking for here? This is the mind control. I want to turn it off. I want to turn it off. I get the shivers every time.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was was happy.
Chills everywhere. It's just so poetically and beautifully put. I love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the potion first ending. I hope people keep suggesting this one in streams because there are a lot of different endings we can find, not just following the narrator. So hopefully it gets suggested so I can play some more of it. Let's do a comment. I know this one's not that funny, but I really enjoyed it. Wolf Fang shared with us, I fucking love you, man. You are awesome and stay pushing. Wolf, you know, everyone out there, when comments like that happen, I mean, that's what we have to hang on to right now, because that's all this is giving to us, and that's more than enough to keep going for now. So thank you so much, Wolf. Thank you so much, everybody else who shows us the support that we need to keep the push going!